In this video we're going to be teaching a 10-minute Improvers Modern Jive class. Now this class is designed for those people that find that beginner moves are now too easy and intermediate moves are too hard, so it's just somewhere in the middle. Now if you've not come across us before, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell notification, and if you are following along, don't forget to check out those safety disclaimers that can be found either to the side here or in the video description below. So once you've done that, let's get into the class. So our three moves of this routine, they're going to look like this. Starting off with your neck break, out of the neck break into the accordion, coming out of the accordion into an almost pretzel. So the first move of this routine is called a neck break, and on its own it looks like this. We're going to step back, stepping in, turning our partners out forward, unwind and face, step into return, and at the end we're going to keep our right hand high and we're going to offer our left underneath. So the neck break is a left-handed lead, so leaders, you're offering your left hand to your followers right in nice and close with the hands down at waist level. So from here, pushing with the back of your hand into the heel of your partner's palm, we both take a small step back. And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw Lucy towards me, and as I do so, I'm going to take my right arm out to the right to shoulder height, so my hand goes over her shoulder. But before we do that, a little note for the followers. Followers, as you step in, you're just stepping in side to side, as if you're walking past your partner. Try not to anticipate the move, and what I mean is stepping in and turning as you do so. So you want to step in as if you're going past your partner. So leading your partners in, the right hand for the leaders goes over the top. We're not resting on your partner's shoulder, and try to avoid getting your partner in the neck. Now from there, I'm going to push down and across with my left hand to change hands into my right as I extend my right arm out across Lucy's shoulders, turning Lucy out to the side. And what you want to do, followers, is you want to take your right foot behind the left. Now from here, you want to then prepare your partner for the turn. And we do this by keeping our right hand at shoulder height, drawing your partner forward onto that natural step. Try not to crush your partner into your elbow. To finish the move, we're going to pull back and unwind like a corkscrew to turn our partners underneath. They're going 1.5 times on the spot, and then we lower the hand down at the end. And we're directly in front of each other as we do so. Now when we stick the return on, normally on a return, we would step in, return our partners and step back, and again we'd be square on. However, in this case, because we're going to add on an accordion, what we're going to do is we're going to return our partners anti-clockwise, and leaders, take a step to the left, and I want you to keep your right hand high and just offer your left hand underneath, and that will prepare us ready for the start of the accordion. So as we speed this move up, it looks like this. We're going to step back, step to the side, turn our partners out, prepare, unwind and face, return and offer the hand. And as we offer the hand, like I said, we've just stepped to the side on the diagonal. So adding on our second move, we're going to add on our accordion. So on its own, it looks like this. We're going to step back, turn our partners cross to the side, turning our partners cross to the side, turn our partners to the side, full return, step back, little hand change at the end. And as we step back, leaders, you're going to turn out a little bit, so you're side onto your partner, offering your right hand behind the back, ready to go for the last move. So let's get into our accordion. Our accordion will start right to right, and we're going to raise that right hand nice and high, left to left underneath, and we'll just take a little step to the side. From here, we're going to be turning our partners, and as we do so, what I want you to do, leaders, is I want you to take your left hand over to touch the right, dropping the right hand down. So each time we turn our partner, we keep one hand over the head, and we lower the opposite hand. As we do so, we're going to step into the center. So as I turn Lucy, I touch my hands over the top of her head. I'm directly behind her. I lower my right hand and I step to the right. I do the same thing again, but go the opposite way. I raise my right hand to touch the left. I drop my left hand and I step to my left. Now try and make sure that we touch the hands over the top of the head. Try to avoid keeping both hands together, swinging both hands over your partner's head, and even worse for your followers, it's really uncomfortable for the followers, is when the hands never meet. In other words, they just do this. So try and make sure that we just tap the hand over the top and down and so on and so forth. So from here, we just touch and down, we step to the center and down. Now to come out of this move, we're going to do a full return, and we do this when the right hand is low. So the right hand is low, we're going to turn our partners all the way around this time, keeping both hands together, and when we step back, we're going to be stepping back, and we just crossed hands as we do so. We're just going to add on a very simple hand change as we step in, just change the hands to an open hand hold. As we step back, you just need to remember to let go of your right hand leaders and offer it again behind your back, ready to go into the last move. So as we speed this move up, remember we're right to right, which is going to be high, left to left, and as we step back, we'll step to the side and raise that right hand. So it will look like this. I'm going to step back to the center, to the side, to the center, to the side, to the center, in for the full return, stepping away, change the hands, offer the right. So if we put those two moves together, the two moves are going to look like this. We're going to step back for the neck break, into the side, change hands, prepare, now unwind. Now remember to step to the side and offer the left, turning our partners over to the right, turning our partners over to the left, turning our partners into the return, full return, we're crossed hands, little hand change, and offer the right behind the back. So our final move of this routine is the almost pretzel, also called the false pretzel. It's the exact same move. So it looks like this. We're going to step back and offer, we raise, we whip that hand away, we prepare our partners into the spin and catch, step into return and back. So the almost pretzel is a left-handed lead, so leaders left to the followers right, in nice and close, hands down at waist level. From here, as you lead your partner away, just turn out a quarter turn, so a side onto our partner, and we're going to offer the right hand behind the back. Now followers, when you see that hand, don't go grabbing it straight away. Just wait to be led in, because quite often you will need to grab that hand. However, we're not going to take your hand in this instance, because as I sidestep in, as soon as I think Lucy's about to take my hand, I'm going to whip that hand away. The reason why I offer it is because as Lucy reaches for that hand, her shoulder comes forward, and that's the direction I want her to turn. So from here, I whip my right hand away, that's the leaders. We continue to sidestep, and you just drop your left hand down, up behind your back, up into a half Nelson. So you can actually see your partner over your right shoulder. From here, we're going to sidestep now to our right, extending our left hand out to the left to prepare our partners for a spin. Now, followers, you might want to make a little fist hold so that we can cup our hands over the top. So it might be a little bit more comfortable for the spin. Obviously, if your fingers are outstretched, there is the risk of your leader pulling your fingers back. So from here, you've just a little ball and socket joint there really. So we're just going to pull back with our left hand, sending our followers into the spin as we catch left to right. At the end of the move, we just need to add on that all-important return so you don't get dizzy, and then step back, staying left to right. So as we speed this move up, it looks like this when we count it through. We step back and offer, we whip the hand away, up behind the back, prepare, into the spin, catch with the left, step into return, then we're back to the beginning. So when we put all three moves together, it's going to look like this, with our neck break back, into the side, changing hands, forward, then unwind and face, return and offer the hand for the accordion, turn and down, turn, changing sides, turn, changing sides, into the return and back. Remember to offer the hand, almost pretzel, whip it away, prepare, into the spin, catch with the left, return and back. So let's put all these moves to music twice through, and if you were following along, I'll count you in. Starting with a neck break. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stepping back, in, change hands, unwind, into the accordion, offer the hand underneath. Drop the right, turn, drop the left, drop the right, into the return, almost pretzel off of the hand behind the back, whip it away, into the spin, then we're back to the beginning with our neck break. Now unwind, off the return, the accordion, step out to the side, centre to the side, full return, almost pretzel, whip the hand away, into the spin, and back. So there you go, I hope you enjoyed our 10-minute Improver Modern Jive class. Don't forget to check out the rest of the channel for other free videos. So until we see you again in the next video, take care of yourself. She hasn't got a mic on, so I'm going to say goodbye for both of us. Take care, mind how you go. Bye for now.